Will the Director of Law, Kevin Starkey, please summarize the executive session discussion?
Yes, Council President. The Borough Council just came back from executive session to discuss confidential matters. The only item on the agenda tonight was litigation, a pending lawsuit, Jones versus Ruffin Cemetery Company, and that was the only item that was discussed in executive session. That concludes my report.
Let the record reflect that it is now 7:30 p.m. and we will reconvene the regular meeting. May I ask the clerk to call the roll?
Ms. Buckley?
Here.
Mrs. Clay?
Here.
Dr. Dobrin?
Here.
Mr. Nessie?
Here.
Mr. Manginelli?
Here. At this time, I would like to invite everyone to join me in signing Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. There is one set of meeting minutes for approval. I have a motion to approve the April 18th regular meeting minutes.
A motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
May I have a roll call?
Ms. Buckley?
Yes.
Mrs. Clay?
Yes.
Dr. Dobrin?
Yes.
Mr. Nessie?
Yes.
Mr. Manginelli?
Yes. We have two proclamations listed on the agenda tonight for the record in celebration of Marie Winslow's Carter 102nd birthday. Wow, I'll take that contract. And Thomasina May Taco 100th birthday. Next, we will move on to reports. Mr. Neff, Borough Engineer.
Yes, we just have one item on consent agenda for engineering. It's a change order for the Shrewsbury Ave pump station project for about $20,000 for a new insertion valve that was required due to unforeseen circumstances out in the field. But we do anticipate that dollar amount to go down once the construction project is complete. We do have some miscellaneous work allowances that we don't envision needing all of, so we want to get this approved, but just for awareness, we do envision that coming down before the project is closed out. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Neff. Mr. Terefenko, Business Administrator.
Thank you, Council President. Just two quick notes. One, our summer camp registration for campers that are residents in Tinton Falls is now open, thanks to Sherry and Mary in Recreation, so they're accepting applications as we speak. And relative to the Middletown project, 331 Newman Springs Road, for edification for our community, we put up the Two River Times article on our website so they can get further clarification. There was an interview done with Mr. Nelson, who is the representative Esquire from Middletown, and he provided some additional clarity as to the project and its nature. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Terefenko. Mr. Starkey.
I have no report tonight. Thank you, Council President.
Ms. Hutchinson.
I have no report this evening, thank you.
Council reports. Ms. Buckley.
Yes, thank you, Council President. Good evening, everyone. I just have two items. The next Tinton Falls Environmental Commission meeting is May 25th, Thursday at 7:30 at the Crawford House, and hybrid online. All are welcome to attend. As I've reported previously, the Green Team is working on Sustainable Jersey certification. The second deadline was Friday, May 12th, and we submitted again for our second round application. So we look to hear back sometime in about a month or so, and the third application deadline will be towards the end of July. That's all for my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Mrs. Clay.
Thank you, Council President. I would just like to wish a very happy birthday to Ms. Carter and Ms. Toko. That's lovely proclamations for them. And also, I'd like to share that this year's Memorial Day service is May 29th at 11 o'clock at Sycamore Park. It's a fantastic ceremony. I would recommend that everybody attend. In addition, the mayor will be naming his candidate for citizen of Tinton Falls, and I'd like to recognize Ms. Catalano, who's in the audience, who was last year's recipient. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Mrs. Clay. Dr. Dobrin.
Yes, so the library will be having its music festival August 19th. and that should be at 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock p.m. And bricks are also on sale for the library. And as far as the remediation, unofficially, it has been completed, and now it's up to the architects to complete their work so it can further progress. And that's all I have on the library report tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bell. Mr. Nessie?
Thank you, Council President. There are no applications for planning board, so I have no report for the planning board. And as far as Chicken Advisory Board, there were 2 more submissions for applications that the board members will look into. And then I want to just take a moment to give a really big thank you to the Tinton Falls Police, and especially the chief. Last week, there was a false alarm in the schools at Mahala, and when the false alarm went off, all the children were instructed to shelter in place as a live drill. But this was acting as if it was a real situation. So, and within moments, I got texts and emails and phone calls from families asking what's going on. Why are there so many officers at the school? And so I reached out to everyone I possibly could to figure out what's going on. And in the end, it was a false alarm. The police showed up. The kids and the school did exactly what they were supposed to do. And when I spoke to my son afterwards, how he was feeling, was he scared or nervous, he said he was absolutely fine because he saw his coach walking to the hallway, which was Chief Mike DeLucia. And that's what I think makes our town so great, is our officers who are from town, work here, or they live here, and I think we owe them a great gratitude. So I want to say thank you to the police at Tinton Falls. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nessie. I have no report. There are no ordinance or introductions or final consideration this evening. May I have a motion to open public discussion?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
This is the time the public may comment on any topic of their choice. Please state your name and address for the record and limit your comments to 3 minutes. At this time, I would like to ask the clerk if any public comments were submitted prior to the meeting via email.
There were none.
Open the public discussion. Okay. Hearing no further comments, may I have a motion to close the public discussion?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Council have anything to add? Now we move to the consent agenda. Before we do, are there any items any member council would like removed to be voted upon separately? Hearing none, may I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
May I have a roll call, please?
Ms. Buckley?
Yes.
Mrs. Clay?
Yes.
Dr. Dobrin?
Yes.
Mr. Nessie?
Yes.
Mr. Manginelli?
Yes. This concludes today's business. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
This meeting is adjourned.